The 50% higher Claude Code limits that were supposed to die at midnight tonight just got renewed through the middle of August for every paid tier, so the headroom you have been rationing for 2 weeks is back for another month. This is Mainframe, your daily guide through the AI chaos. What actually happened, who is winning, and how to take yourself to the next level. It is Sunday, July 19th, 2026. I am Nova.
And I am Dex. Here is the rundown.
On today's Mainframe, the lead, Claude Code's 50% limit boost, set to expire tonight, just got extended to August 19th for all Pro, Max, Team, and seat-based enterprise users. Here is exactly what to do with a month of extra headroom.
Builder stakes. Fable 5. Today is the last day it is included for everyone. Tomorrow it forks, and which side you land on decides whether it costs you nothing or costs you credits. We will hand you the $100 consolation prize up front.
Anthropic's Workbench got a rebuilt build section with a one-click fallback model, the 90-second switch that keeps a blocked request from stranding you.
And a Sunday rumor out of China, Qwen 3.8 Max reportedly beating GPT 5.6 Sol. We will tell you exactly how much to trust it.
Let's get into it. Quick honesty note before the board. The voices you are hearing, Dex and me, are AI. The reporting, the pics, the opinions, all of it is put together by humans. Now, the board, 60 seconds. Moonshot, the lab behind Kimi K3, told investors it is prepping a Hong Kong IPO within 6 months, closing a round that values the 3-year-old startup north of $30 billion. Annual recurring revenue hit $300 million in June, up from $200 million in April. Bloomberg has it. Andrew Curran and Kim Anismus are carrying it.
So a Chinese open-weight lab is turning one model launch into a public market window. What does that do to my bill?
It tells you the cheap, capable shelf you route to is not a charity experiment that vanishes next quarter. Open weights are now a fundable, profitable business. So the routing dial you have been building is a permanent asset, not a hedge against a fad. Keep it. That is the whole macro read for the day, and we are moving on.
Brought to you by Outpace. Here's the thing about a week like this one. Limits move, a model forks, a rumor drops on a Sunday. If you are a business owner, you cannot chase every one of those. Outpace is run by an operator who spent 30 years building real companies, real estate, hospitality, food, even a theater, and now points a whole team of AI agents at one client's project at a time, strategy through ship. It is a system, not a freelancer and not a faceless agency. The agents do the work, one senior operator steers the fleet, and you own the code and the keys at the end. When the shelf reshuffles 3 times before lunch, you want someone driving. Book a 30-minute call at outpace.media. That is outpace.media.
The Wire. Lead, and it is the reason you are still on your pro plan smiling. Anthropic confirmed the 50% Claude Code weekly limit boost, which was scheduled to end tonight, now runs through August 19th. All Pro, Max, Team, and seat-based enterprise users, no action needed. It is just applied. Claude devs posted it. Testing catalog carried it.
So this is the same promotion, just extended again. Why does a limit extension lead the show?
Because it is a use it or lose it asset, and most builders let it evaporate. A month of extra weekly headroom is a month you can run the compute-heavy job you have been deferring, the full eval suite, the big multi-file refactor, distilling a genuinely hard skill. The move. Pick your one deferred heavy job today and schedule it this week while the ceiling is high. Do not spread it thin across trivial prompts.
Story 2. The Builder Stakes 1. Fable 5. Today, July 19th, is the last day it is included for everyone at 11:59 PT. Tomorrow it forks. Silver lining first because we promised it. This is permanent now. Nobody is racing a cliff anymore. Starting July 20th, Fable 5 stays included for good in Max and Team premium plans at 50% of limits.
And if you are on Pro or Team Standard, you do not get it included. You get a one-time $100 credit, and after that, Fable is credits only at $10 per million input, 50 per million output, which is twice Opus 4.8. Simon Willison called the whole saga permanently canceled. Nathan Lambert and Kim Anismus confirmed the tiering. So Max users, you are set. Pro users, that $100 credit is the thing to spend deliberately, and we will tell you how in use cases.
Story 3, the Sunday rumor. Kim Anismus is reporting Qwen 3.8 Max, an open-weight preview around 2.4 trillion parameters, reportedly beating GPT 5.6 Sol and trailing Fable 5 by a hair.
And here is the honest part. We could not corroborate it. It is one voice on a Sunday, and Kim Anismus himself said it needs verifying. There is no model card, no benchmark page, no artificial analysis score. So market rumored, do not swap anything, but wire your routing dial so that if it lands real this week, it is a one-line config change and not a scramble. That is the whole point of owning the dial. Tool Lab, 2 picks. First, trending, and it pairs perfectly with the Fable fork. Anthropic's Workbench got a rebuilt build section. You send a messages API request, see Claude's response, and copy the shippable code right there. The new bit that matters today. You can configure a fallback model for Fable 5. If a Fable request gets blocked by the safety classifiers or fails, it does not die. It reruns automatically on Opus 4.8. First step, open the console, go to build, set your fallback under the primary model, or if you are on the API, pass the fallback's parameter. 90 seconds, and a blocked request never strands you mid-session.
Second pick, Hidden Gem, and it is a speed one. Cerebras is now serving GPT 5.6 Sol on its wafer-scale hardware at up to 750 tokens per second. For context, frontier models on normal GPU clusters run 40 to 120 tokens a second, so this is roughly 10 times faster. It is rolling to customers now. Kim Anismus is calling projects finished 10 times faster worth premium pricing.
And the builder move is not to move everything there, it is to split by latency. The parts of your workflow where a human is waiting. Live agent chat, interactive iteration, autocomplete style loops, route those to Cerebras Sol so the person feels instant. Keep your hardest reasoning on Claude where you are paying for judgment, not speed. Credit Cerebras. Check their inference page for access.
Use cases, 3 recipes you can run this week.
1, and it is the fresh move. Convert the renewed headroom. You have a month of 50% higher Claude Code limits. Take the one big job you have been putting off because it felt too expensive on tokens, a full test suite generation, a legacy refactor, an eval harness, and run it this week. Capacity is loose right now. Bank the durable output while it is.
2, the last call Fable move for pro users specifically. Today is your last included day. Before the fork tomorrow, do 2 things. Set that workbench fallback to Sonnet 5 so nothing breaks, and run your single hardest recurring job on Fable one more time, then have it write down how it planned and structured the work as a Claude Code skill file. That markdown is portable. It runs on Sonnet 5 or Kimi K3 later, and it is judgment you keep after the model leaves your plan. That is the Iwo-Shapar pattern, and today is the day it actually matters.
3, the speed split we just covered. Take one interactive feature where users wait on tokens, point it at Cerebras Sol, and measure the drop in wait time. You are not buying more intelligence, you are buying the feel of instant, and for a live product that is often the upgrade users actually notice.
Brought to you by SearchViz. Mainframe tells you what shipped. SearchViz makes sure the models know what you shipped. Here's the reality. When a buyer asks Claude or ChatGPT or Perplexity for the best tool in your category, the model names you or it names your competitor, and if it does not name you, you do not exist to that buyer. SearchViz tracks whether the answer engines cite your brand across every engine, tells you why, and hands you the exact move to publish to win the citation. Check where you stand and start free at searchviz.outpace.media. That is searchviz.outpace.media. Be the answer.
The deep dive, and it is short. Read the capacity weather. This week, the limits went up and stayed up, and the model that got rationed for 6 weeks got made permanent. That is not luck. That is Anthropic telling you out loud that compute loosened. Capacity is a cycle. It tightens and it loosens, and the builders who win are the ones who time their heavy work to it. When it is loose, like right now, you front-load the expensive jobs. When it tightens again, and it will, you are not scrambling because you already banked the outputs and you already own the harness that swaps models underneath you.
So the stance is stop treating your rate limit like a fixed wall.
Right. It moves, and the direction it moves is information. Here is what I would actually do. This week, run the one compute-heavy job you have been deferring, the one you keep saying you will get to. The window is open. It does not stay open, and the output outlasts the window. Level up this week. Pick your one deferred heavy job and run it under the renewed Claude Code limits. And if you are on Pro, set your Fable fallback and distill one last skill before tomorrow's fork. 20 minutes. The output outlives the model.
And if you want every story, number, and link from today in your inbox, subscribe to the free Mainframe newsletter. It is the written brief, no charge.
That is the show. Read the weather, spend the headroom, own the dial. See you tomorrow.